Happy New Year! Let me ask you a question today. How do you feel about setting goals and making New Year's resolutions? Do they excite you, or do you feel like I don't want to set another one ever again because I've failed so often in the past and never achieved and never followed through? I just can't be bothered anymore. Where are you at? Let me know, and do stay tuned, because I've learned a magical tip that I'm going to give to you today of to actually help you enjoy that process again of setting a goal, a big one, make it a big one, but how we can actually make it work this time. And this can apply whether you want to lose a few pounds or whether you want to really achieve some serious business goals. So I'm excited you're here. Hello and welcome. In case we've met before, my name is Katrin from bloomwithkatrin.com, and I'm coming live to you from the beautiful Bavarian forest over here in Germany. Please don't be shy, whether you're on live with me today or on the replay later on. Let me know where you're tuning in from and how you feel about setting goals and all those New Year's resolutions, so I can circle back a bit later and have a little conversation with you about that. I'm looking forward to that. But I'm here to help you take your side hustle online in a way that is going to turn into a sustainably successful online business, and you're going to have joy in your journey. And I don't know about you, but setting goals, doing a vision board, even, putting together a few New Year's resolutions used to be fun before I didn't follow through, before I failed regularly every single year. I just couldn't figure out how to do that, right? And it came to a point where, when my upline used to tell me, hey, it's time to do a vision board for the new year, I was like, yeah, well, let's enjoy the process, right? I mean, it's fun putting it all together. But what I always lacked was, how do I actually achieve it? So let me know whether you can relate. And if that's where you're at, I'm going to be so happy for you, because I have a blueprint that I can send to you. It's a minor investment, and it can really change your business and your life really as well, okay? Once we know what is it we want to do to actually hit our goals, right? But here's the thing. The magical tip that I learned was tested by me and many others, and it works. Again, whether it's about losing a few pounds, whether it's achieving some major business goals, whatever, your income you want to have on your bank account by the end of this year, however large your team is supposed to be, so you'll be happy, right? Wherever you're at, it'll work. So here's a few pieces of food for thought for you before we get into that tip though. Number one is, if you've ever achieved a goal, and I have achieved a few goals in my life, obviously, and I hope you have as well, right? But let's be honest here and tell me, how long did it make you happy having achieved that one goal? How long did you celebrate achieving your goal? Really? Was it a minute? Were it 5 minutes? And then the new goal is already like waiting around the corner? Is that where you're at? Because I know that's happened to me in the past, right? And at the end of the day, it started feeling like I was on a rat race, right? So I'm putting in a lot of work. I'm doing all the things. I'm, maybe if it's about losing weight, I'm choosing the apple over an ice cream, right? And I can't see the results right away. Let me know whether you can relate to that, right? Or I feel, okay, I've achieved, losing a few pounds now. So where do I go from here, right? I wasn't really satisfied with that. Let me know whether you can relate. And I've had business goals just the same as well. So I hope you celebrate all your wins along the way for longer than 5 minutes, but that's who I am, kind of, right? So, and I felt at some point, well, why would I put in all the work to hit that goal, to achieve and follow through on my New Year's resolution, when I know at the end of the day, I'm only going to be happy about it for 5 minutes, right? So here's the trick that we want to do, or the tip I have for you really, is what we focus on. Because do have, by all means, have huge goals, have an amazingly beautifully made vision board on your wall and enjoy looking at it every day. But let's not stop there. Okay, let's rather focus on, okay, how do I get to that goal? What's the baby steps I have to take in the here and now every single day and learn to celebrate them, right? So, and that can be a bit scary, right? Especially when it comes to maybe building your business on social media. Maybe you're not clear on, well, what is it I actually have to do? If that's where you're at, drop me the word blueprint down below and I'm happy to send it over to you so you actually know what to do and how to do it. That's so important, isn't it? So, but because we end up, here's what I ended up doing before I got that blueprint. I got busy. I got either busy doing other things or I got very busy scrolling on social media. But I had no idea what to really do. So I hope that's not where you're at. But if you're, drop the word blueprint down below. So, for example, let's say you want to make more money. Okay, you have an income goal. Awesome, happy for you. So here's what might happen, right? You might always check your bank statement every single day. And maybe that's going to motivate you, or at some point it might start demotivating you because you're not getting there, you're not getting close, right? So let's focus on, okay, if making more money online is what you want to do, well, what's a skill you want to work on? What's something you might want to do on a daily basis? So let's, like collect a few ideas. If you have some, put them down in the comments below as well. I'm going to give you some, of course, as well. Maybe you want to do a Facebook Live video more often, get more skillful in that, okay? Or you want to start honing in on connecting with new perfect prospects. Do you know who your perfect prospects are? The blueprint is going to help you in that as well, right? Maybe you want to get better at building real relationships with people, not just send out those copy-paste messages and hope for the best, right? Go through the nose hoping for a yes at some point. Maybe you want to get better at actually having real conversations with people so you can actually start impacting their life and help them solve their problems. Or maybe you want to learn how to post a real post where you get real, where you get vulnerable, okay? So that's like the baby steps I'm talking about. Just a few examples for you. Let me know whether that's helpful. And I actually got somebody live on with me. Who is it? You can relate, Kimberly. Thank you so much for joining me. What's the time for you? Isn't it very early in the morning again? But I know you're an early bird, aren't you? You want the blueprint? I'm going to send it over to you right away, Kimberly, right after I jump off, because it's really changed my business for the better. I can tell you that. So let me bring up my notes again so I can continue with the really exciting tip. Okay, are you ready? Because I don't know about you, but I used to think before I got in touch and in contact with 6, 7, 8-figure earners, I used to think, well, these people, they've got it figured out, right? They must be so confident. And here's little old me from the Bavarian forest going, oh, well, nothing's working for me. Let me know whether you can relate if you're brave enough to do so. Okay, so and then I started having these conversations with these 6, 7-figure earners. I have the pleasure of being mentored by them. And I got to understand they also feel that way, that nothing is working. They also have those down days. They also have those down moments, even every single day. And here's the difference. And here's what I learned. And that's my tip for you. And that's firstly, it's normal human nature to not always be positive. My family can tell you I'm not, right? Nobody's excited all day, every day. By the way, that wouldn't be very healthy. I know people who have had that kind of condition, and it's not a pleasant one. And it's one where you really have to seek help if that's where you're at, right? But what these people, these 6, 7-figure earners do differently to what little old me used to do was they didn't stay there. They didn't stay in that feeling of nothing's working, whatever it might be. But they decided to feel like the superstar, like the 6, 7-figure earner they are, okay? And I'm not talking here about faking it until you make it, but owning that energy, right? What would it feel like? What would somebody as successful as that think? What would they do? And come from that energy. Let me know whether I'm getting that across the right way, because it's really important, okay? It's a decision. Do I stay in my nothing's working, little old me, let's have a pity party for myself here? Or, okay, this is what a 6-7 figure earner, if that's your goal, this is what a truly, health conscious person would choose right now when it comes to choosing between an apple or an ice cream. Okay, let me know whether you can relate to that one. Okay, how would they feel? What would they tell themselves? What would they actually do? And that's the difference. Okay, so step number one to that, got 3-step process, of course, for you, is number one is become aware. Am I in judgment place? Am I in judgment mode? Am I judging myself? Am I telling myself, little old me can't do it? Am I judging myself going, it's not working for little old me? Is that where you're at? Just become aware of that. That's step number one. It's huge to actually become aware of that. Number two is celebrate the tiniest things, those little baby steps. Remember, I was just talking about those little baby steps that you did achieve on that day. Okay? For me, for example, I'm doing a live video here right now, right? After this live video, I'm going to be very happy because Kimberly was on live, right? Thanks again for joining me live, Kimberly. It means a lot. But I'm not going to go down the road, oh, why weren't there more people on live with me? Or why wasn't the organic reach this or that or whatever? I'm not going to go down the worry train, the nothing's working for me. But I will celebrate that not only I did the live video, but I know it's got the potential to change somebody's life for the better. And if, by the way, you're getting value here, let me know, right? But let me know whether you can relate as well, right? And then comes step number 3. So number 1 is become aware. Number 2 is celebrate those little baby steps. And number 3 is understanding that success and happiness is an inside job, right? It comes from doing these little things. And yes, there's some discipline involved. And maybe if you're anything like me, you don't like discipline, right? Discipline, that used to be something my grandparents were big at, but I want to live my life joyfully. When it comes to living your life joyfully, it's not going to make your life truly joyful staring at your bank account every single day, or on your scale for that matter, if losing weight is maybe what you want to achieve this year, right? That's not what's going to make your life joyful. What's going to make your life joyful is actually feel, think, and act like the person you want to be. Not fake it, but be in that energy, own that energy, okay? In your feelings, in your thoughts, in your actions, in your words. So very powerful. So I hope that you can feel the potential of this little process to actually fall back in love with setting huge goals, but focusing on how to get there and celebrate every little step along the way. And for me, it's really changed this game. I love doing a vision board now because I know the little steps that are going to take me to my huge vision. And I also know that even if I maybe don't achieve it by the end of 12 months, I'm not going to get down on myself. I'm not going to be telling myself, nothing's working. Well, maybe I will, but I know I'm not going to stay there anymore. And if I make a mistake, if I mess up on my live video, right? My live videos are never perfect, are they? Right? But I do them. And I hope that you do your baby steps as well. And celebrate every single failure along the way, and use them as a stepping stone for your baby steps towards your success, towards your goal, towards whatever it is that you want to achieve, right? Failures and lessons learned are so powerful to also share with your audience, people who watch your videos, who read your posts, who, engage on your stories. So hugely important, because they're going to relate to that, right? That's what makes us human, like me and those 6-7 figure earners. I used to have so huge respect of. I wouldn't even talk to them. I was too scared, right? And I still have huge respect for their achievement and for them as a human being, but I'm no longer afraid. And it's so liberating for me to be in touch with these kind of people and learn from them, right? Learn from their lessons, from their mistakes as well. So let's never be afraid to be who we truly are, and let's enjoy setting huge audacious goals and focus on the little baby steps. And if building your business online is what you want to do and you don't really know where to start, you don't have duplication on your team, please let me know. Drop the word blueprint down below. I'm happy to send it over to you so you can turn your journey around as well. Kimberly, It's early, but you love getting up early. You know what? I actually love that too, but I completely fell off that wagon. But I'm getting on it now again. Okay, it's one of my goals as well to get up. So Kimberly loves that. Love that. Thank you for saying that. You're staying in the energy. That is such a valuable tip, isn't it? Owning that, being that person. What would I think, say, act, and do if I really am in that energy and not little old me going, nothing's working? Because at the end of the day, many things are working when we do the work, right? So thanks for joining me. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. All the best from Katrin. Bye for now.